another interesting episode of Inside Out, and this week we have one of those topics that will cause plenty of talk. Growing up as a Nigerian child, I remember that my mom used to talk to us with her eyes, and there's the sign that she will show you, and you know that when you get home you are finished. There's no need to talk. Let's start with the child herself. Okay. You didn't want me to start with you. Is it okay if I start with you? Tell me, what do you think?
I think that, like, it depends on your kind of child. Like, if your child is bad, then, like, you know, you shouldn't spare the rod. Like, if your child is like, I'm going to go do drugs and all that, then you need to, like, beat them so then they'll understand, like, you need to stop this. But if your child is like, okay, we talk about it and, like, you'll stop. We know if we talk to you and, like, we'll be like, you know, the child is like, okay, Mom, I understand, and I'll stop. And the child does stop. And I think, like, you know.
So what you're saying is that the parent should first of all try talk.
Yeah, you start talking with the child. To be like, okay, so let me, like, you know, talk to you. You stop, and then, okay, you see their, like, movements and all that.
So if talk doesn't work, then we can go to the road.
Yes, we can.
That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Have you ever been smart?
I'm not bad, so, no, not really.
You represent government. You represent authority. What are your views? Which also means I assume that you also have some background in education. And you most likely be a parent, which makes you an all-rounder. So I am curious to hear your view.
Yeah, sparing the rod.
Yes.
The child right law states that in the process of trying to correct a child, you don't bruise a child, you don't abuse a child. When you say you want to correct a child who has erred or has done something bad, and you have not made that child see a reason why that child should change from that way, you are only saying, I'll cane you, I'll beat you, I'll flog you. The child may not do that, may not, you know, engage in that vice where you are because of the fear of being caned, not actually because the child is convinced that vice is not good. So the tendency is high that when you are not there, when nobody is supervising, the child
will go back
to that, yes, and do a lot of other things and hide it. Instead of, you know, being corrected, the child gets worse.
She said something that some parents, in the process of correcting a child,
yes,
they brutalize, they damage the skin or whatever. That is not a correction or a punishment, ma'am. For me to use a cane, this is not a cane. A cane is a stick that if she does something wrong, I call her, 1, 2, 3. Don't do that again, it's not good. It's not for you to cane. If you're using cane, you can't give bruises to the body. Because there's a way you can. Being a teacher, I also cane. But I cane to some extent. And if I'm caning you, I will let you know the reason why I'm caning you. And I will tell you I am correcting you for your future, not for today. So for government or whosoever that say we should not cane, I think they are not really helping. Yes. We are not to cane to spoil the skin or to give damage or whatever to the skin. But when you cane a child, cane to some extent and let the child know why you're caning.
Now let's talk to you, Doc. This is what you do. You're a child psychiatrist.
Yes.
Yes. What is your opinion on this issue and why?
Corporal punishment is a form of punishment in which you inflict pain on the child or on the individual in order to, will I say, get some form of revenge for what that person has done wrong.
So you call it getting revenge.
Yes, that's why
an interesting way to look at it.
That's why it's a punishment. Sometimes our correction don't work because we're not firm and we keep shifting the goalpost. You know, each time the child does it, you would have made up your mind. Correction is not something that should happen by accident when you lie. Every parent must determine that correction is what I will give with precision every time I need to give it.
So let me ask you objectively, as a young lady growing up in today's age, do you think that the way, good thing is that you have traveled. So you have been outside here and you have been here, both. Which kind of upbringing do you think is better, you as a child?
Here, they beat children more than out there. We're out there to be like, okay, stop doing this. Meanwhile, the child will constantly continue to do what they're doing. But then here, they're like, if you do it again, I'll beat you. But then you learn from that, and then you now continue to follow the good path, because you've already been like in that habit of your parents like, okay, so if you do this, I'm going to beat you. Meanwhile, you could just like develop.
Do you think that helps?
Yeah.
The fact that you know that you can get whooped?
Yes.
It does help.
Because it scares you. It's like, daddy's going to beat me with the cane. Oh, so then you'd be like, okay, so let me just do the right thing. So next time I know I won't do it again.
Is there any circumstance under which that law allows you use cane?
The law did not state that you could use cane, but of course you can spank your child, but not to the extent of beating a child to a coma, because we see so many cases daily. Even parents using knives on their children. We have cases like that that are still ongoing in court. A parent even poured hot water on his daughter. So you can imagine the kind of
So
anger.
these are the kind of things that
These are the
give
kind
rise
of things
to
we
the law.
see each day. And nowadays, you know, parents hardly have time for their children, maybe because of the economic situation, which even also contributes to the way some parents and some even teachers handle children. They seem to vent their anger on children at every opportunity because they are frustrated anyway, maybe by the system or by the environment or by what they are going through. And by the time they get hold of a cane, you know, you beat a child out of proportion. It's so bad. And it makes
So what
the
you're
child
saying is
angry.
rather than have that extreme, let's not have it at all.
There are ways by which you can punish a child, and not even punish, correct a child. You don't want to punish a child, you want to correct that child, so that that child, when you are not even there, the child would know this is
Okay, so
wrong,
we
I
don't use
won't
the
do
word
it.
punish a child again.
Don't correct a child.
Why can't you punish a child?
It should be corrective. When you say you want to punish a
I
child,
asked
it
a
means you want
question
to do
because me, I know that we
something-
serve punishment
because
when
no,
we do wrong.
punishment is a negative word. That means you want
Yes,
to
now you did
something
something wrong and they're punishing you.
correct. If you have not done something wrong, you will not need correction.
The smacking, the gentle, not the brutal one.
Yes.
Are you saying it works as a way
Yes,
of correction?
probably 90% of cases.
It does work.
Yes. And the one that doesn't work will not work because the other is not being applied, which is reward. The child, each time the child does something good, all of us just nod our head, he's doing good. There is no reward for it. It's only when he does bad that everybody steps out. And everybody starts criticizing. And then the child feels hated. I mean, I've been doing all this good. Why are they now stepping on this little, what he considers one of just those little mistakes? He's done 100 good, and nobody has said anything good.
So you have to balance.
Yes. So all of us must, in short, probably the most effective weapon for shaping a child is positive reinforcement.
So how many children are you in your home?
4.
What position are you in?
Second.
Second.
Yes.
So you have younger ones.
Yes, 2.
What kind of punishment do they give when you step out of line at home? What kind
Well,
of things do they do?
First of all,
How many girls?
4.
You're all girls?
Yeah, all of us, yes.
Okay. And I'm not stubborn, I'm not a fool boy for the video.
So first of all, if we go beyond the boundaries of knowing what is good, then first of all, my mom or dad will take away our allowance for the week, which is 1K. Wow, that's a lot of money. 1K for the week, which is for school. Take that away. Or like she takes the iPad from us. We all have an iPad, and we like, you know, communicate. We do all the stuff on
this
the
one don't
internet.
get from No, but look beyond the iPad she's saying. We all know she's a butter. And what I'm saying is, the things that they like
Take it away.
are taken away from them, yeah?
Right.
Yeah, and that's something that we all feel like, oh, we don't want to have that away from us, so we have to be good.
I wanted to emphasize the importance of environment and starting early with discipline. Once a child has escaped the early phase of discipline, discipline becomes extremely difficult.
Wow. Okay.
So if you have this child that is growing under your roof 4, 5, 6 years of age, and that child has not been tamed in quotes to be able to take instructions, relate with authority figures, and the child has left that way, then now that the child is older, because this child has now been molded this way, it becomes more difficult to communicate with that child. Communication develops early in life.
So it is the sooner you start, the better
Yes.
for you. Because
So
at a particular age or
discipline
stage.
is communication. And any child that doesn't form a language by 6 years will have a lot of problems. Whether you use all the non-corrective measures or even force, it becomes very difficult because the child is already molded in a particular way.
In schools, there are some people that even though you flog them 100 strokes, they will not show a sign of remorse. And I usually ask them that, why is it that, because some people, if you just raise cane, they'll start crying. But some people, they'll say, it's not okay, I will not shall die, just cry, I will stop. And I usually ask them why. They'll say at home, that their dad will use maybe wire or koboko to flog them. Continue flogging them well, that soon, so that they will get accustomed to it. So I want to ask, how can you stop those people?
The parents should talk more to that child and flog less.
Yes.
In some cases whereby you've talked much and you've flogged less, and you've talked more and you've flogged more, and still the child doesn't want to change, what do you do?
If there's a child that is difficult with correction at home, and every other child is okay or something, we have to come back and look at that home first. We have to come back and look at why that child is like that. Interestingly, most of the time the child can tell you why.
Yeah, we're going to take last lines from members of the panel. Something you want us to go away with. Let's start with you, Mary.
So what I was saying was, parents, you have to study your children and know what they do. So then, like, you know, like, what they do and how, like, they engage with their environment, their friends.
If your parents correct you and you know the correction is a negative side, you can talk to them. That's for children. But for parents, we give them orientation.
So where you cannot talk to your parents directly,
Tell
you,
your
can,
teacher.
you tell your teacher so your teacher can
teacher
help
will do
you
it.
talk to your parents. Does that work? Okay. Mrs. Dada.
The child right law, which protects the rights of the child, also gives a room for responsibility on the part of the children. There is an area where the children are told their responsibility, part of which is respect for your parents.
Is this available? This is the child rights law. Is this, can somebody buy this or do you pick it up or?
This is the simplified
Version, yeah.
It's available free of charge
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you get this from?
from our office.
We have to come to Alausa to get one. Okay.
Maybe we send some copies to you.
Thank you.
can get
So
some
we can
copies
send
sent
it out
to
to
you.
children.
Yes.
If a child, if it's not working, if your correction is not working on a child, you must begin to look at the environment of that child. What is this child going through? What's going on through the child? If everything is okay, then we have to look at the child himself. Is this child a normal child? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to say a very big thank you to you. This has been very educative. I'm sure that we're going to get a lot of comments and contributions on this topic until next week when we come your way again, talking about something else equally as educative and exciting. Bye-bye and see you next week.